Okay, ladies and germs, Conor here from C-Dubs Media, going out on another road trip, and today Anker is coming along with us, and we have the Anker EVERFROST 33 litre portable battery powered fridge. This is pretty awesome. Now, I don't know how much it weighs, but it's got not much in it at the moment, and I think it's a one-man lift for me. But it is pretty big and does weigh a bit. So if you're like, if there's just two of you and you're an old couple, and you might want to consider how you're going to get it in and out of your vehicle, but I can lift it and I'm a weakling. As you can see, just lifted it into the back of the ute. Bit of a struggle, but I got it in there. Now, I charged it this morning. It was about 20% full when I got it out of the box, and it took about 2 hours to get to full. I did a firmware update, and I've had it sitting at about 5 degrees Celsius, because today I just want to use it like a refrigerator. I don't want to freeze anything. I just want to keep everything nice and cool. So we got food, snacks, drinks, whatever you need for a day trip where you might be cooking lunch or taking snacks with you. It's in there. We just got to stop in at the local store, get a few more drinks and some sausages, and hit the road. Get some sausages. Right, just gonna load up the fridge with the food we just bought. So we got salami, we got sausages, we got drinks. What else did we get?
Fiji water.
Fiji water. Heavy stuff on the bottom. Salami. Done. Let's go. Okay, so we put the Coke in the esky about 50 minutes ago, and we're going to just test it now and see if it's cold enough to drink.
I don't mind. Don't say the results, we're going to say it together.
It's cool, but it could be a little bit colder.
Yeah.
I'm going to turn the temperature down. And the good thing is I can just do that through the app.
At the end of this part.
Let's cook, eh?
Uh-huh.
You're on bread and butter.
No.
Couple of things I want to point out about the Anker EVERFROST. Now, at first I was talking about the weight of it, but when it's full, it's actually not that much heavier than a full esky with ice and food and drinks and all that sort of stuff. So I'm pretty impressed with that side of it. It only takes one person to wheel it. You don't need to carry it because it's not a traditional sort of esky. It has wheels. So it's quite easy to move around once you got it out where you want it. Lifting it in and out of the truck could potentially be a 2-person lift, but I could manage it. And like I said, I'm a weakling. So that's a bonus there, that it's got wheels. And if you compare it to a traditional sort of esky, it's not any different. If anything, it's definitely better. Now, I did also like how you can just access the app to control the temperature. So it was a bit warm. I had the drinks in for an hour and it was on 5 degrees Celsius. And I was like, okay, well, I'll just open the app and turn it down to 1 degree. And so far, that's proved to be better. But it's like an esky or a fridge. The more you open it and close it, the more you're going to lose, the more the temperature's going to rise. So it's important to remember that. And at least here you can see, like you open the door for like 30 seconds, you can actually see the temperature go up to 5, 6, 7, 8 degrees, and then it comes back down again. Now, it's currently in the back of the ute, and it's sitting at 2 degrees Celsius, which is pretty good. I put it at 1 degree, and it seems to be holding its temperature around that 2 degree mark. That's in the back, in the heat, underneath the tarp, and it's about 25 degrees Celsius outside. So not an overly hot day for Australia, but warm enough, and it's still sitting at 2 degrees Celsius. Now, one thing that I have noticed is this morning when I did the firmware update, it went from it was 93% when I did the firmware update, and when it finished the firmware update, it said it was up to 100% battery. So I don't know how that happened. I don't know what to make of that. But also, I just want to point out, at 100% this morning when we left at, I think it was 10 a.m. Actually, I took it off charge probably around 9 a.m. And now it is, what time is it? 2 o'clock. So that's 5 hours and I'm down to 71%. So 30% every 5 hours, that means it's going to last you 15 hours. I think if the temperature's fairly high in the EverFrost, then the temperature or the battery life could be longer. But so far it's looking like I'm going to get maybe one full day at 1 degree Celsius. And that's without using the power bank to charge anything else as well. So, interesting. But it's definitely keeping everything cool, and I do like that it's got a couple of different levels. You can put all your cold stuff and your bottles and heavy stuff down the bottom, and then obviously your lighter stuff or stuff that might get damaged like fruit and veggies up the top. I've also got my milk in there. So for a typical day trip, I'm out, I can take the esky anywhere, but I can here. I'm not having to buy ice. I'm not having water leaking out through the esky. This is a good product. Not as much room as a traditional esky. I mean, it's the size of a traditional esky, but it's smaller on the inside, and that's because you got the motor of the fridge running as well. So it's pretty good. Anyway, I've been sitting here. I'm chicken shit, but I'm going surfing. And I just thought I'd come in here and film this first. And then I'm going to get out. I've got the milk. I've got the portable stove. I'm going to make a cup of coffee after I freeze my nuts off in the ocean. All right, a couple of things I just want to close off on for the Anker EVERFROST 33 litre portable fridge, battery powered portable fridge. Now, loved my time with this. I just, on the way home from the day trip, it was just too much. Had to get home, get the kids ready for school and everything for the next day. So that's why I didn't close off on the video yesterday. But here I am, and I've got to say I'm quite impressed with it. And one thing I did do yesterday on the way home was, you know, when you're driving home from a road trip or somewhere and your esky's full of slushy water and ice and you got stuff floating around in there, and, you know, some of you have to chuck out because the water gets into it and stuff like that. Well, that doesn't happen here. And that's a real big bonus. You know, I stopped in and got some fruit and veg and some groceries for the next day, and just threw it in the fridge. It was cool. The whole way home, got home, transferred it to my fridge here. So big plus for that as well. I did find that, like, I didn't think about that at all until I was doing the groceries. So I like that. Another thing, as you can see from the B-roll, we've got some ports here. And I want to just quickly touch on those. So here you've got your charging port for your solar panels that you can get. A while ago I did a review on the Anker Powerhouse, the big portable battery with 1,000,001 different charging options, and it also came with the solar panels. Those same solar panels can charge this bad boy here. It goes in there where the yellow little slot is. Next to that solar panel charging port is USB Type-C port. USB Type-C to USB Type-C, and that's the fast charging port. So I did get some pretty good charging speeds out of that one. I think it was like 1% a minute maybe, which isn't bad for a portable fridge, you know, like it's charging my phone 1% per minute and it's a fridge. So I did like that. The other two are USB Type-A charging ports, and they charge a little bit slower, but still enough to get a good charge out of your phone. Like if you're just sitting down, just say you're cooking your food, you put your phone on charge and it's half an hour later, you're gonna have a little bit of a boost there for your phone as well. So I did appreciate that. And then here we have some little LED lights that tell you how much juice is left in it, and if you press this button, it'll tell you. I don't know if you can see that on camera, but there we have, you know, it says there's 2 bars left, but if it's over 25%, the second light will light up. If it's over 50%, the third light will light up. So, but it's about 30% charged right now, and you can see there's 2 bars lit up there. Now, the battery life for me was the only questionable part. It did say you would get a lot more out of it in the promotional equipment and the advertising stuff. So I had it on 5 degrees Celsius for about 2 hours, and then it wasn't quite cool enough. So, I mean, it was keeping things cool, but not cold where you get nice condensation on your drink. So that's when I put it down to 0 degrees, and that put a nice chill through the drink. So it was at 0 degrees for probably 10 hours. So 2 hours of 5 degrees and 10 hours of 0 degrees. Plus I charged my phone and my daughter's phone off it for about 40 minutes each as well. So not too bad, but I did expect to get more. I thought the promotional gear said around 40 hours of battery power. Now that might be keeping things at 20 degrees or 10 degrees, but certainly, you know, I think I would have got maybe another 5 hours use out of it at 0 degree temperature. So correct me if I'm wrong, leave comments, all that sort of stuff if you know more about these than I do, but that's my experience so far. Now another good thing too, this flap comes off, which is great, and it's a little handle here, and it comes out. So it's now a portable battery, not just a portable fridge. So if this isn't in use, but you need this, you can take this around with you, you can get some juice out of it. I like that as well. That's a cool feature. And there it's got a little slots in the back there. I don't know if you can see that. Little slots in the back there, and that's what plugs into the back of the refrigerator. Or should I call it the EverFrost? Clicks into place like that. Clicks into place like that. Now I had no issues with it. It was pretty sturdy the whole time. The feet, when I was dragging it around on the dirt and on the road, I didn't detect any unnecessary wobble or anything that concerned me in the wheels. Seems pretty robust. None of this came loose or fell out when I was lifting it up or putting it down. The battery pack itself didn't shift at all when I was moving it around, lifting it up and down, putting it in out of the back of the ute. So that's all good as well. There is a weird little thing on the side here. I think it's a bottle opener, but I couldn't find it in the user manual. It actually said in the user manual that it's a screwdriver. But I just can't. I'm pretty sure it's a bottle opener, but I don't drink, so I didn't need to use it as a bottle opener. Handles are sturdy, lid's sturdy. I did notice the lid just catches like there sometimes when I would be putting the lid down, so you do have to make sure it clicks into place. But it does beep when you leave it open for too long, just like a traditional fridge in your house. So that's pretty cool as well. So overall, I really did see the value in this. Now it is expensive. It's more than a fridge for your house. I think this one was like 1,500 Aussie dollars. So that's probably around 600 or 700 US, I think. But
if you're going to get some good use out of it, then why not? You know, like I would take this on every road trip if I didn't have to send it back, but I'm going to be sending it back. Questions down below. If I've left anything out, I'll try and answer any questions that you have from memory of my day out with this. I recommend it, definitely. I think Anker makes some really good products. The last portable charger that I reviewed, I loved as well. This is just another variant of that, I guess, with the big battery pack, charging options, but it's also a portable refrigerator / esky. I really did like it. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you all in the next video. Check out.